All right. Hey guys. So I am trying to get started back up again with my videos and my ministry and everything. So I don't know if I have the best setup here. I don't know if I'm even center um, in my screen. And yes, I have my dog scratching on the door. Hopefully she will stop doing that soon. She doesn't think I'm ever coming out of this room. Um, anyway, but I wanted to talk about something that I read the other day in Proverbs, Proverbs 9. Um, but there's a contrast here, and I'll just kind of read it. The first part of it, verses 1 through 6, Proverbs 9, verses 1 through 6, is talking about wisdom. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has prepared her food. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her maidens. She calls from the tops of the heights of the city. Whoever is naive, let him turn in here. To him who lacks understanding, she says, come, eat of my food, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Forsake your folly and live, and proceed in the way of understanding. So wisdom, it's a public call. It's nothing that's hidden. Wisdom is inviting those who are naive, those who are ignorant. Come here, and gain wisdom and understanding. So, and then later on, at the end of chapter 9, you see the contrast. You have the woman of folly. You have wisdom in the beginning, you have folly in the end. So in verses 13 on to 18, which is the end, you have the woman of folly is boisterous. She is naive and knows nothing. She sits at the doorway of her house on a seat by the high places of the city, calling to those who pass by, who are making their paths straight. Whoever is naive, let him turn in here. And to him who lacks understanding, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he who does not know that the dead are here, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. So, what kind of made this pop out to me was actually something that made me laugh a little bit, because growing up and everything, I used to always steal my mom's water. And I used to always tell her, I was like, well, your water tastes better than mine. And I saw that, stolen water is sweet. And I kind of laughed because I used to joke about that. But as the week went on, I started thinking about that verse, stolen water is sweet and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. And yesterday I was at work, and what that is that it's a lie. The woman of folly she's inviting all those who are naive, come here, and drink this water that's stolen, eat this bread in a secret place, and it's pleasant. Bread eaten in a secret place is pleasant. The bread tastes the same. The water tastes the same. It has the same nutrients. It's all the same. But the lie is that it's sweeter, or that it tastes better because it's stolen, or because it's eaten in a secret place. There is no difference. And I think that, that's kind of what that was getting to, between that contrast. Whereas, wisdom is offering you understanding. Come eat of my food and drink of the wine I have mixed. Forsake your folly and live, and proceed in the way of understanding. So come here and learn. And whereas folly is saying, whoever's naive, let him turn in here. And to him who lacks understanding, she says, stolen water is sweet. Like, you don't have to understand. Just come in here and drink the stolen water and eat the stolen bread. So, and again, this is something that's so simple for some people. And for me, it's taken, about a week to really grasp that simple thing. But yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to, and one of the notes in the commentary says on that verse, it says, forbidden delights sometimes seem sweeter and more pleasant because of their risk and danger. And I think that is also true. But for me, I think it was just the lie of, well, it tastes sweeter because it's stolen. But when it's just the same. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing sweeter about it. It's still just water. Just like when I was drinking my mom's water and I would joke, well, your water tastes better than mine because it's yours. And for me, that was true. Her water tasted better than mine because I didn't have to go get it. I didn't have to get up and stop what I was doing and go to the fridge or go to the sink and, get ice and do that whole thing in order for me to have water. It was there already. It tasted sweeter because I didn't have to do anything to get it. But it's all the same water. So anyway, that was just my quick little reintroduction. If you're watching this, it's very most likely on my new page, Filthy Rags Ministries. And if you haven't figured that out yet, it's posted on that page, Isaiah 64:6. For my righteousness is as filthy rags, and what that means is the greatest thing that I've ever done or ever will do is as filthy rags in the sight of God, meaning my deeds do not get me to heaven. Nothing that I do earns my way into heaven. It's all the righteousness of God, the deeds of Christ alone is what gains my entry into heaven. So that is the meaning of the name behind it. For those of you who are questioning, oh, well, that sounds kind of uninviting or whatever. But that's where it comes from. My righteousness is filthy rags. And for me, that's an honor. That's something that, once I fully understood that, I could go into what filthy rags actually means in a biblical sense. It's definitely not something that was good. It was meant in a very, very vulgar way. Something even today that people don't want to go around and pick up. It's something that you don't touch. We are that in the sight of God. Our deeds are something that you don't touch in the sight of God. But even so, what Christ did on the cross, we are made righteous in his sight because of what Jesus Christ did on the cross. And for someone like me to be seen as righteous because of that, because of what Christ did on the cross, and for that to make me righteous enough to gain entry to heaven, is beyond me. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and God bless.